Alright, today we are going to clean up the bottom of these Jordan 1s and sit right there and get it done with, and then we're going to sit right there and put this on to stop the heel drag, because when I want to go put these shoes on, I don't want them to have the heel drag there no more, and that's the reason why I'm just going to sit right there and put it on the bottom. I already got a pair of shoes I already done this to, so just the process that I went through to do this, and I want to restore these Jordan 1s I got right here. These are all white, and bring them back. I sit right there and got them at a thrift store for 20 bucks a while back, and I'm pretty proud of them. So what we're going to do is I'm going to sit right there. I'm going to sit right there and look at the brushes I got. Now this is a wire brush, not copper or anything like that, or brass is what I meant to say. We got a real stiff brush, but it's not as stiff as the other one I got. This is a soft brush, Angelus, good brush to use. We got a brass bristle brush, which is really good at getting most of the dirt off. We also got Reshoevn8or's stiff bristle brush. This is much more stiffer than any of the others, but sometimes you'll need these to get in small spots at the bottom so you can get more of the dirt through and get it off easier. Set that to the side. And we also use this one sometimes because it's alleviates some of the work. You don't have to work as hard at cleaning the shoe and all that other stuff, and that's what we're getting into right now. And this is just an eraser, you know, Mr. Clean eraser. Use this, it'll get some of the areas off that you can't really get to or more stubborn, and it works on the rubber a lot more. So those are basically the brush things, and I'm using OxiClean, which is this OxiClean. I use this. I find this big bottle for $5, so I think it's a good cleaner to use, and it's what I prefer for my cheapest. Now what I do is I get a pump bottle that pumps out foam, so I can sit right there, do that, but I put that into the bottle. I also put it like into that. Alright, what we're going to do next is sit right there and squirt a few squirts into the water of the OxiClean, and then we'll mix it up and make sure all the soap and stuff that we need is in there. Alright, I'm going to grab the bottom of the shoe. I'm going to sit it right there. You see how dirty it is, and that what I will do is I will start off with a little bit of foam, a little bit of water, because I don't want it to get too wet right there, and I'm just going to go in at the top. Just make sure that the area that you're cleaning in has enough area for your bottom parts. Yep, that's more than enough. That'll do. Just basically what I'm trying to do is get a little more foam to set up right there, so I feel that the foam does a real good job of sitting right there and helping alleviate the dirt. It breaks it down and all that stuff. So what I'm going to do is come up with a little bit more of this, and then I'm going in with a little bit of a harsher scrub. And see, I'm pushing into the grooves a little bit in the corners of it, so it'll get down into the lines on the shoe right in there, and it's trying to hit the dirt just as much as I can and get it off just a little bit more than usual, and that way I ain't got to worry about it as much, and I know that the dirt's out of the way and I don't have it falling on the adhesion and weaken up the seal from the bottom of the shoes. As you can see, it's looking a lot better. I'm getting a little bit more into the cracks with the things and the areas that I wouldn't be able to hit, thanks to how small this thing is. Now it's also sit right there. You can also grab the eraser and get in some of the spots that are still hard, and with this it'll dry it up a little bit, and just go in, hit what you can with it, and there you go. I don't want to use it too much because it makes a big mess, and we didn't really need this all that much, but it would come in handy to, like I said, to alleviate the worked horse part of it. But now I'm gonna come in, try and get this, because if you see, it's got a diamond like head on it going down, and it makes it smaller at the tip, which will make it easier to get into stuff. So I can sit right there and go into the shoe just a little bit more than I would with the stiff brush and my brass brush. You can sit right there and it will help alleviate it just a little bit. And these are some of the techniques that I use to try and clean up the bottom of the shoe. It's what I used the first time to clean up the bottom of the other, and what we're fixing to do is go to the other one in a second. But this is how I did to alleviate all the dirt in the small spots that I couldn't hit with this, and I've used this to get more of the foam on it, but this thing helps create a lot more foam. This will get rid of the dirt a little quicker, and this kind of got right in there to get rid of the stuff. You can also lean it to the side a little bit, but it's not going to get far down into the shoe as much as this one is, because it's made to get into that extra little areas. And we'll just wipe it down. It looks a lot better. I mean, it could be perfect. I can rinse it off, do it again, and it'd be perfect. But right now, I've already got a shoe that I did, and we're gonna sit right there and hit onto it. Now, what I'm gonna do is show you how you should go about putting it on. As you can see, these little things have a lot of grip on them, so when you put them on the bottom of the shoes, it will take well to it. You got the adhesion right there, and put that to the side. It took me a long time to get this shoe as clean as I need it, but you can see the heel drag right up in there or right there, but you know it's there. Since these are 9-year-old shoes, I want to keep them. So if I can keep the heel drag from being a problem too long, I'm going to sit right there and do it like that. So first thing I'm going to do is take it out. Alright, what you don't want to do is get dirt on the adhesion part, because you get that and it'll come off easier. So So what you want to do is try and set it in a spot where it's not affecting, or it's not showing off too much of it, and then take and have a rubber mallet for it, but I couldn't find it, so I tap going around and then on the inside, and push it down. Now I could use a heating gun and put on it, but I don't know if that would help that much. But what I will do is I'll take and put my own weight in it and force it down as much as I can with my own weight, and that will help seal it just a little bit more than your average would do just putting it on there. But enough pressure from your weight should sit right there and suffice really good. And that's basically all I got for you today, so I hope you enjoy, and look up these things. I can't remember the name of them, but maybe not right now, but sooner or later when I get the links up, I'll figure out how to get a link up so y'all can look up for it. And it won't be right now, but maybe in a couple of weeks or maybe a month or two, I'll try and figure out how to do that. But right now, I got this off of Amazon, and it just helps keep the heel tread from coming away, and these work wonders. I used it on another pair of shoes before then, and it worked out the same way. I had to put my weight on it, and it worked real good. And that's all I got. If you would like, subscribe for all those YouTube video things we do, you know, and hit that bell icon for every video that I lay down. Hope you enjoy. Thank you. See you next time.